Welcome to Overthinking its coverage of Eurovision 2014. Today I'm taking a look at the song from Latvia, which is not the country that Dr. Doom rules with an iron fist. That is Latvia, and Wikipedia helpfully redirects from there to Latvia, for those of you who learned most of your Eastern European geography from the Fantastic Four. Many international observers feel that Vladimir Putin is currently eyeing Latvia in his ongoing game of Risk. The country's foreign minister recently told The Economist, "We feel uneasy, but we must not get in an hysterical mood." Maybe that's why Latvia has decided to present the happiest, most silly, carefree song imaginable. This is a song that Raffi could have written if Raffi had only a tenuous grasp of the English language. The verses are supposed to be tongue-in-cheek lists of impressive achievements, but there appears to have been some problems in translation.
I melted the ice of the polar caps.
Okay, let me stop you there. That's a bad thing. I've seen Waterworld. Did he mean to say I saved the ice of the polar caps, or I somehow refroze the ice of the polar caps?
Found the raiders of the lost ark.
I think what he means is that he found the lost ark itself. I'm not even sure what finding the raiders of the lost ark would entail. Technically, Indy is the raider of the lost ark, and he's pretty easy to find. I mean, he keeps regular office hours, although sometimes he does duck out on them.
Solve the case for the genius from Baker Street.
Okay, that one makes perfect sense. That is a lighthearted, over-the-top boast. Well done, lyricist. You are awarded 5 out of 5 Cumberbatches.
Help to clean the Central Park.
And we're having problems again. Okay, sure, Central Park is big, but he doesn't say, I single-handedly cleaned Central Park in a single night. He says he helped to clean it, which is not only realistic, but it doesn't even pay that well.
Swam through a shark tank.
Anyway, the guy does some stuff that's supposedly very difficult, and then we get the twist.
But today, I've got a cake to bake. I've got no clue at all. I've got a cake to bake. I haven't done that before.
This song is very cutesy. I actually don't think it's possible to get any cutesier than this. Ooh, I stand corrected. Okay, clearly this is a song for babies. But you know what else was clearly a song for babies?
What the fuck, say?
By the way, sep is Latvian for bake. That explains this sign in the music video. But I can't explain this other sign that just says, "Aww." I'm going to assume that this music video was filmed at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. So remember guys, the first step is to admit that you are powerless to bake that cake by yourself. I suppose it could also refer to the name of the band, but nah, I like my explanation better. Now, let's talk about the cake. At first I assumed that the cake was a metaphor, like maybe the guy is too shy to ask a girl out. But then I read this interview. A person on their own is not able to know everything. That is why they occasionally need to ask for help, which is especially challenging for men. So there you go. It is a song about how a lot of dudes aren't so comfortable in the kitchen. It's basically like Tim Allen was the lyricist. So, is there any cake baking advice to be had in this song?
Mix some dough, add some love, let it bake, wait for it. Mix some dough, add some love, let it bake, wait for it.
Which sounds almost profound in a sort of Hallmark way. Until you realize that, well, actually, cake is made with batter and not dough. Those are two completely different substances. So the question is whether they got it wrong on purpose as evidence that the singer really had no clue at all, or whether the Latvian English dictionary lacks a certain culinary nuance. I do kind of wish they had gone super literal with the music video and had the band flailing around the kitchen, setting everything on fire and covering themselves in frosting. Here's my idea of what that would look like.
I've got a cake to bake, I've got no clue at all. I've got a cake to bake, I haven't done that before.
So guys, if you are looking for a Eurovision song to root for, and you like cake, this is the song for you. Unless you pick Cheesecake, the Belarusian song, because this year there are 2 cake-themed entries in Eurovision. So, if you want to start a cake song flame war, post a comment below, and visit us on the web at overthinkingit.com, where we subject the popular culture to a level of scrutiny it probably doesn't deserve.